Hello, and welcome to our first segment of our series of building core strength and development through tabletop position. This is to accompany the sun salutation videos that we started working on in breaking down the sun salutation to make it accessible for everyone. In this series, we'll be looking at how to build our core strength in tabletop position, so that'll resonate through to our sun salutations and all of the other postures that we do in our practice. We'll begin with working with our breath balls and establishing a nice smooth 4-part breath, and then breaking tabletop down. All right, let's begin, Jackson. So Jackson's got the breathing ball, and I don't have one here with me today, but that's okay. We're going to come into a comfortable seated position. My knees are up a little bit high, so I'm going to actually kneel because I don't have a block with me. So coming into a comfortable seated position, if you're using your breath ball, having that handy on your lap, otherwise having your palms resting on your thighs. You can have a soft gaze or your eyes closed if you like, and we'll just start to bring awareness to our breath. So we're not going to breathe any differently, just let your breath flow natural. And just notice that happen. And then if you have your breath ball with you, you can have that out ready. And when you breathe your next inhale, breathe in through your nose, expanding that breath ball open. And when you exhale, breathe out through your nose, contracting that breath ball in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Continuing that with your own breath, trying to make that a little smoother. So the entire time you're opening it, you're inhaling, and the entire time you're closing it, you're exhaling. I think we have a visitor at the door. And we'll keep going with our breathing. Okay, come back into the video and breathe, Jackson. Inhaling and exhaling. Hello, Minnie. She wanted to breathe with us. Inhale and exhale. And then we can put the breath ball away, but we want to remember that as we work through everything, we want to remember that inhale and exhale. So making our way to a tabletop position. So Jackson, come into a tabletop position. And I want you to see Jackson's body in a tabletop position, because this is mostly how people will be in their tabletop position. They will have their palms here, their head will be slightly curled in, or maybe their chin will be lifted. Look up, because they're looking up. And then his feet come inward toward each other, and his feet are flat. So notice how the lower half of his spine just kind of hangs down. And if you just scooch over so you're facing this way. Like bring your legs this way. So you're facing this way. Yeah, there we go. So the first thing that I want Jackson to do is tuck your toes under. Yes. And now I want you to separate your feet, because you got your toes, all your feet together. There we go. Now we have those together. Okay. Now we've got a little bit of action happening here, but now we want our palms to be a little bit wider and underneath our shoulders. So I want his palms here. He had his arms up here, and that's going to cause him to reach forward for them. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit more stable in our tabletop position. Now, Jackson, what I want you to get to do is, I have my finger here. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades in toward my finger. Squeeze it in, and then pull your shoulder blades down toward your spine. And then belly button comes up toward your spine. So not that much. See how that puffed his back out? We want it to come flat. All right, and then reach out through the crown of your head. No, not lifting like that. Yeah, so you have a nice long spine. Okay, remember you're breathing now. Inhale, exhale, right? Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Inhale, exhale. And just breathing here a few more times. And then you can exhale and release. So, tabletop position. Yes, Minnie, we know you walk around in it all of the time. You can sit down, honey. So, in our tabletop position, we're engaging our entire core. Our core is from our rib cage to the top of our thigh. And when I asked Jackson, when he was in this position here, he had his feet flat. So I asked him to tuck his toes under, and I made sure his feet were not close together, but wide. So they're about a hip distance apart, as we talked about in the other video. I have my palms flat on the mat, and I'm going to bring my shoulder blades in toward each other, draw them down my spine, and then pull my abdomen up. Reach through the crown of my head. So I have a nice, strong, long spine. All of the muscles in my body are engaged as I breathe through this. So, step 1, tabletop position. In our next video, we'll do tabletop position and breathing a cat and cow into it.
We need a cat.
We need a cat. Well, I'm sure we can find one around here. Thanks for joining us this time, and we will see you next time.